Good evening. I found another keyboard. Needs testing. It's in pretty good condition cosmetically. Whether it actually works or not is a different story. Oop, there we go. Looking pretty nice there. I'll put that through its paces tonight, and I found, I've got more CDs to sort as well. I had a stash here that I need to go through. Also found another couple of floppy drives just in my stash really that need to be tested. I won't go through testing those on stream. I've done a stream on how I test floppy disk drives. I won't go through that again, but I thought I'd just show you that I've got another couple of floppies to test. I haven't gone through and tested all of the floppies that I've got. I've tested most of them. Just trying to figure out what I've got that's, you know, really good and what's not. And as far as CDs concerned, I've got this tub of Amiga CDs. G'day Neo, how you going? Tub of CDs, not just CDs, but also these here. SideQuest 400 cartridges, 44 megabyte. I've got a SideQuest drive for the Amigas, and g'day Evil C, how's it going? I have a SideQuest drive, which I'll show you later on, and yeah, more Aminet CDs. So I might have almost triple, not double ups, but triple ups of some of these Aminet CDs. So that's Aminet Set 4 and Aminet Set 1. In fact, I don't think I've got Aminet Set 1 specifically, so that's good to see. I've got some discs in here that are definite double ups. I'm pretty sure I've got I've seen the phase 1 disc before. I'll go through and make sure that you know, I've got, so that's that CD, Network CD, Weird Science 1. I'm pretty sure I've got at least 2 of those. James Pond CD 32. Perforated is a cat's perforating you. Yeah, I'm good. Pretty good. Alice is good. She's she gets a bit annoyed, I think, because I work all day and, you know, don't spend any time with her until later in the day. But she keeps herself occupied. That's James Pond, as in, you know, a fish lives in a pond. Robocod for the CD32. Simon the Sorcerer. Simon the Sorcerer, CD32. You've seen this on the stream before. Amiga OS 3.9. Definitely don't have a double up of that. Here's another one of these classic board game. Oh, that's actually for the CD TV, that one. CD TV. Classic board games. Oh, it was classic card games I was looking at here. Was it? Traditional card games, that's the one I was thinking that might have been a part of that set, but these are actually floppy disk. That one's missing, but you saw these the other night, I'm sure, on the stream. Floppy disks in jewel cases. Yeah, interesting, eh? I assumed they were CDs until I opened them up. Just got to find a disc for that one that's missing. Another copy of Super Frog, which I'm pretty sure the actual disc is probably sitting in a CD32 somewhere. Super Frog. The Grolier and Electronic Encyclopedia for the CD32/CD-TV. Wordworth 6 Office. I'm sure I've got another copy of that. Productivity software. I do have another one of these as well, CD32, Diggers and Oscar. So I've got a little stash of double ups that I'll be looking at passing on. That's the CD30, CD-TV, 17-bit, the continuation disc. I don't think I've got a double up of that one. Weird Science Multimedia Toolkit. 2 CD set there. Network 2 CD. May have a copy of that already. Bingo. Network 2 CD. And another Grolier CD32/CD-TV disc. And a whole bunch of CDR discs that I have copied, these are CD32 titles as such. Gloom, CD32, Banshee, Fire and Ice, Pinball Illusions, Speedball 2, UFO Enemy Unknown, Lotus. I've got the Lotus trilogy. Basically, you can download these off the web and burn them to a disc for your CD32. Nothing overly exciting there. Zool, Cannon Fodder, Codemasters, the Big Six, and Lemmings there. So yeah, a few CDs there to sort. I had a bit of a dig around today, so some of the media and the hardware's coming out of the woodwork. I'm really just trying to consolidate a lot of the Amiga stuff, and sometimes when I sort through it I'll find a little bit of PC stuff, and I'll just try and consolidate it and separate it appropriately. So yeah, that's the CD stuff, and I'll go ahead and sort of work out what I've got double ups of and triples of there. There's not many triples, but definitely some double ups there. I've got a stick of RAM here, which I think is Commodore specific. I'm not 100% sure. And if you watched the stream the other night, you would have seen that I was going to hook up this, or I hooked up this tape drive, right, and had it working until the tape broke, the rubber band in the tape broke, and so I couldn't carry on with my tape shenanigans. But in my box of media, I've come across some tape media, which I forgot that I had. Now, apparently these are highly unreliable because the rubber band, yeah, I'm sure. The rubber bands in these deteriorate and either stretch or break or, you know, fail in some way. But I've got a few here that at least I'm hoping that maybe tonight we could have a wee explore with a little bit of tape drive carry on. Another one there, another one there. So, you know, that could be worth a bit of a laugh. I'm not too sure how much I'm going to get through tonight, but yeah. Some interesting bits and pieces. That's my 2630. Came across this here. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is actually in working condition because it's got some. It's got a note from the lady that used to own it, or maybe it's a note from the person that actually received it to repair it, because it is potentially faulty. But I mean, that was listed as faulty, and all I did is reset the chips, fixed it. So, you know, faulty is subjective when it comes to some of this stuff. But this is interesting. It is. It's a GVP. Looks like RAM. Definitely RAM here. I would say RAM here, right? Looks to me like it might just be a RAM card. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. A RAM card for the 2000, I would say. Not sure of the state of that. Yeah, so there's a little bit of, you know, streaming fodder. Do you reckon that's hard disk card? I don't know. Hard disk card? There's no hard disk. There's no hard disk connector. I don't think that's hard disk. I would say, what could it be? It's got to be RAM, right? Yeah. So similar to my GVP H, it's an A2000 HC-8 or whatever it is. So yeah, that's that's something to have a play with. Unknown whether it's working. This here is an MTech turbo system for A2000. It's an accelerator for the A2000. Sorry, A1200. I have no idea if it's working, but we have some RAM and a Motorola 030. There's the 030 there, along with the 68882. And potential there for an FPU, right? Or is this... This will be probably for a maths coprocessor or something, eh? But yeah, and a chunk of RAM, Amiga power, and a real-time clock, I would say, judging by the battery installed on the back, which I need to get out of there. So yeah, that's something I need to do pretty quickly. I wonder if I can just slide that out. No. I think that's been spot welded on there, you know, which is a pain in the butt, but I'll look at getting that out of there. Not that coin cells leak that badly, but who knows. I need to get that out of there and get a decent coin cell holder in there. But I would say that's RAM, accelerator, RAM, and real-time clock. Pretty handy for the 1200. These are just bits and pieces that I found when I was consolidating some of my gear today. Amiga 2300 internal gen lock for the Amiga 2000. No idea if it works, but you know, I'm really finding some stream fodder. So that'll be a project for another day, is to actually install that, install the drivers. Everything's there, I think. The manual. I've got a VCR camera. I've got a couple of VCRs. I've got the Amiga 2000. I've got the Genlock. I mean, it's going to be some fun, isn't it? Here's the card. Switch on the back there. It's been used. There's labelling. There's labelling on the back of it there. It's been used. Can only assume it's still working. Original Commodore part there. Check this out. A 2301 PAL circuit diagram, just in case you wanted to repair your A2301. Eat your heart out, Apple. Eat your heart out, most modern manufacturers, I'd say. RAM for the labels come off, but this is RAM for an A3000. This is this weird, you know, it's not SIP, is it? It's kind of a, it's fast memory for an A3000, but you can use it in other things as well, like the A590 and things like that. It's this weird sort of double pinned, not SIM, like I was going to say SIP, but that's single inline. Right, this is like a double-legged, you know, a double-legged memory module. You see it a lot in the Amigas. Zip chip, is that what it is? Yeah, zip chip. Yeah, so I've got a bit of that. In fact, I'm contemplating upgrading the RAM in my 2630, my other 2630 processor, accelerator card, because you know, I've got a bit of that there. So that's a project possibly in the wings there. Zip chip, yeah. That's an old SCSI controller chip that came out of my A3000. It was upgraded. Got some cards in here. Just some chips, I'm not even sure. 315093-02. I was kind of hoping to find a 3.1 ROM actually. That one's got a big nasty cross on it, that's probably faulty. Another 315093-02. I can't remember off the top of my head what chips they are. Sorry about that. That one there. A few of those. 500 A500 memory and clock card. Pretty handy. That's a Supra Corporation Amiga 500 RAM /clock. Probably should get the battery out of that as well. But it's not showing any signs of leaking there, so bog standard, you know, RAM expansion for Amiga 500, which has seen better days. A bit of scorching by the look of it there. It's not looking too flash. So yeah, dodgy. Oh yeah, 1.3 ROM. Yeah, there's quite likely a lot of 1.3 ROMs, because I'm pretty sure that the previous owner upgraded the ROMs, and I've done a few as well in the past. That's another A500 memory, I would say. Someone's put some markings on here. Negative, positive, positive there. There's also a switch on it, so I guess, I don't know. Can you switch the memory in and out? I'm not sure. I haven't played with that one. It's been a while since I've played with some of the stuff. It's been quite a good exercise this afternoon, going through and consolidating some of the stuff though. We've got ROM chips by the look of it, A500 ROM chips. They'll be, yeah, 1.3, it says there, 1.3. Nothing too exciting there. There's not much you can do with those really unless you want a 1.3 system. Got a A600-030 accelerator. Could be handy. Could be handy. Got a few A600s. Not sure what the state of this is though. There's a few bits falling out here. It's like someone's velcroed that plastic. But there's a Amiga 600 accelerator with RAM. And plasticky bits to go with it. There's actually a heatsink here as well with the look of it. Yeah, there's a heatsink here. Was in the package there. So that, yeah, not 100% sure. It's got someone's put a cross beside the A600-030 card with an X there, 4 meg, 72 pin SIM. Doesn't look promising, does it? But who knows? Who knows? I don't really, I take everything that says it's faulty on face value. I don't actually trust that that's the case, because it could well be just something like faulty RAM, you know, who knows. Chips, A2000 chips. So yeah, probably just ROM chips, maybe CIAs and bits and pieces. Oh, there's a CPU in there. The 68,000 CPU. It's got a cross. It's got a cross on it. There's some RAM. There's unusual looking RAM. That. Different. Yeah, mainly I would say ROMs and CIAs and bits and pieces in there. Nothing too exciting. And multi-face 3. Now, I've got multi-faces for my Spectrums, but I've never seen one for the Amiga. So yeah, I'm not even 100% sure what the hell that does, to be honest. I'm assuming it's like, you know, parallel serial, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just the, you know, just the layout of it. It's Amiga, right? It's got to be Amiga. Alpha data. Multi-face card 3 revision 3, 1993. So yeah, that'll be interesting to look at. So there's a little stash of curiosities there. Some definite stream fodder. Oh, I might as well throw that piece of RAM there, which is an unusual Well, it was in with the Amiga stuff, so you know, I think some of the Amiga RAM is, you know, reasonably proprietary. I'm not sure in what way, but you know, that's that in there. Yeah. I have got myself some work to do, I can tell you. Because in here, this is heavy. Oops. Jeepers. I'll just give you a quick rundown on this here so that you know, so you can see what the hell I'm in for. So you've probably seen some of my streams where I go through backing up hard drives. Well, this box here is basically full of hard drive type things. 2.5 inch for the 500, the Amiga 600 and the Amiga 1200. You know, lots of this stuff here. This is original. In a previous life, I have made sure that I've put the, you know, the what machine it's come from, the serial number. So that's from an A600. Original, you know, original hard disk, 2.5 inch IDE. That particular one anyway. And so I found sort of bits and pieces all over the show, and that was, let's say, part of today's, well, late this afternoon after work, I went through and had a good sort out. There's another one there. IDE with its holder. That'll be an A600, I would say. It's got, you know, you can see this, someone's put, you know, black crosses over it. Who knows? Who knows what the state of that is. But anyway, I'm going to go through and hook up those to a PC and take images of all of the drives that I can. There's another A600 one, same as what we just saw before. All of my, I've put all my SCSI cables and bits and pieces in here. That's probably another, yep, another A600 drive. Western Digital Tidbit 60. This one feels a bit heavier. Oh no, that's another A600 style drive. I won't go through that. Dead. This one's got dead written on it. So yeah, some of these are no good. That's just compact flash discs, you know, from when I was messing around with IDE, compact flashed IDE. A2000. So that's probably just a build, you know, that I've put on. We've got the old OS install discs. It's probably from an Amiga kit or so. Yeah, it's Amiga kit. The install discs. Yeah, label on this one, it says toast. Toast. Some ribbon cable for SCSI, 50 pin. That's another 2.5 inch Amiga 600, 1200 type drive. IDE hard drives formatted. That's not my writing. This is probably from the previous owner. But yeah, there's some 2.5 inch IDE, Connor, and a couple of Seagates there. Unknown condition. A590s, a couple of A590s here. So, you know, I'll be pulling the drive out of these and reconditioning, not reconditioning, backing them up, basically. If I can get images of all of these, I have no idea whether, there's anything unique on there at all, but I'll just take images of them as they are. Another A590 there. I'll take images as they are and, store them away. Oh, that's a modern day SCSI controller, just for, plugging into a modern PC and hooking up these old school devices here. I had a real win with the SCSI CD-ROM drives. This here reminded me. You probably, I'm not sure if I put it on the stream, but I did test this. This is a SCSI CD-ROM. I think you've seen this on the stream before. I hooked that up to a PC, pretty sure on the stream, and tested it. It works fine, no problem. But I didn't know enough about installing CD-ROMs, SCSI CD-ROM on Amigas until I watched Gadget UK video. And the Gadget UK, he suggested that you install a piece of software called IDE Fix, and that just sorted everything, every issue. Like I've got a CD-ROM, I'll show you soon. I've got a CD-ROM hooked up to my 030 machine now, so that's all good. This is a SCSI zip drive, which is pretty handy to have. I've got some zip disks with Amiga stuff on them, so that's quite good for transferring back and forward. You can hook this SCSI zip drive up to one of these A590s because it's got the right connector on the back there. It's got the right SCSI connector on the back, and in fact I did a video, I think for Amigos, showing where I disconnected the internal SCSI disk in here, the SCSI hard drive, and I connected my zip drive here to the back here, and I was booting from SCSI zip disks, from zip disks, Workbench 1.3, which I don't think had ever been done. I'm not sure, but anyway, I haven't seen anyone do it. I certainly hadn't seen anyone do it before that. And I haven't really been in the game, so I don't know if there's anyone done it since, but it worked. That was an interesting experiment. Compact flash to IDE, you know, for my 600s and my A1200s, you know, modern solid state type scenario. And this discs down in here, so pretty much I think this side here, that there, I've actually backed up. I've got images of those. This side here, I'm pretty sure they need backing up. I have backed up some of these to zip, right? So file level backups, not image level backups. So I'd like to get image level backups of these drives here and all these drives that you've seen, the 2.5 inch ones. I'd like to get image based backups of these. So that's the plan. So that's partly why I went through today and sort of figured out what I had, consolidated a lot of stuff, and yeah. So I thought I'd show you what I've got and what the plan is to archive these drives. And as I say, there might not be anything overly interesting on them, but at least I'll have, you know, like snapshot images of the drives that that came from the machines that I own. So, you know, that's a thing that I wanted to achieve there. That's the power supply for the A590. Pretty. I found that I've got two of these, obviously one for each of these drives, but I found them to be very brittle. You can see that, you know, there's a couple of plastic sections that have broken out. It's very brittle and quite. You can see someone's put tape. That might have even been me. I don't know, but you certainly wouldn't want anything dropping down into there. Anything metallic to short out, you know. Could ruin your day and ruin your equipment, but they're quite lightweight compared to the likes of an Amiga 500 power supply. These are fairly lightweight. Yeah. So yeah, that's my mission. I won't be doing it on. I won't do that on stream. It's a bit like watching paint dry, eh? Watching images being created. I'm pretty sure. Like if I had an absolute clean Amiga 2000 with Workbench 2.0 or 2.1 for that matter, I could get that SCSI drive up and running within minutes now because I know exactly what to do. I went through it last night. I was lurking on Carcinomi's stream last night, working away on getting a SCSI zip drive, SCSI CD-ROM drive working on my A2000. I've got it down pat now, so, and documented it as well, you know. Oh, that is heavy. Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. I've still got a bunch of, come over here. That box there, that one, it's got all the floppy disk drives in it. Big bunch of floppy disk drives. That's another project. Testing the floppy disk drives is quite time consuming in that you have to go through the read and write process with them. Sometimes they have either read issues, sometimes write issues, sometimes the switches don't work properly, it doesn't detect that the disk is in, it doesn't detect the write protect disk switch and things like that. So it can get a bit time consuming. Again, that's an off camera sort of palaver unless you know, someone wants to be put to sleep. I could do a floppy disk drive testing stream for insomniacs. So, RS as in RS Online, yes. Were they originally called Radio Spears or something like that? Hansard reports. What are Hansard reports? Oh, I didn't show you the SideQuest drive because I don't have it in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll put you to sleep. Yeah, I only use RS really. I used to use them a lot when they had free shipping before COVID days, and it was reasonably cheap. You know, I'd compare them against, you know, the likes of Element 14 and DigiKey. I've been using DigiKey quite a bit. I find DigiKey quite good. As long as you can get up past their free shipping limit, which is about $30. 30 if you spend more than $35 or something, you get free shipping. DigiKey. I'm pretty keen to try that tape drive shenanigans again, eh? Not sure it's Radio Shack, is it? Are you sure about that? Because I think RS is a British company, from what I know. It's Radio Spears. Whereas I think Radio Shack is an American brand. But yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just going to whip the lid off this here because apparently the capstans can fail in these things, right? You know, they get all gummy. Yeah. I think this one's okay because, as I say, the other night I actually did catalogue one of the tapes, and it was the rubber band in the tape that failed. So I think this is okay, although I guess this could have caused the failure. But we'll whip the lid off and we'll have a little inspection of that one there. Just going to grab a drink. Be back in a sec. Just going to see if I can grab Alice. Come and say hello. She loves TV. She likes Carcinomi. She likes Carcinomi's Grand Theft Auto and Doom 2 streams. Yeah, what is Carcinomi doing tonight? Is it normally Thursdays? Is it like gaming or something, isn't it? Yeah, they're slowly changing, eh? But she's off. Right. No, she's back. There's all sorts of goodies to get into down there. Normally, she tries to walk through the Amiga here, which I don't want her doing. Come on. Should put the lid on it one day. Oh yeah. How did the road trip go? I heard about that with the boss. Now she's clawing the chair. Oh, you can see her here, can't you? She's off. She doesn't come in here much. It's a little bit too sort of overload for her, I think. Okay, I think I need some posi drive. I need a posi drive screwdriver here. This is one of my bugbears. Posi drive and Phillips. Because I work with mechanical devices all day, every day, and even though they're just sewing machines, I have a I have an issue with people not using the right screwdrivers. And I go through this often on my YouTube channel, trying to explain the difference between a posi drive and a Phillips. You guys probably know. No, I've got screwdrivers up the wazoo, man. I need really good screwdrivers in my job, and I use decent. I need long shaft screwdrivers, just the nature of the job. But yeah, you can see this is a posi drive, right? You guys will know this. If you don't, you've got the posi drive, right? It's got, yeah. I get a hard time for the length of my screwdrivers, but the posi drive's got that. Let's wait for the focus if I can. Hang on. Posi drive. You can see the little flute in between the flutes, if you know what I mean. See the one in between? It's hard to see on the camera, but you can see it just there. Yeah. Whereas a Phillips doesn't have the little flutes. No flutes. And you can tell the difference between a Phillips screw and a posi drive screw, because you can see that one there. See the little flutes, the little star that comes out in between the four. You can see the little star pattern in between the four flutes there. That's posi drive. So I get machines coming in where people have used Phillips on a posi drive screw. These have had Phillips screwdrivers used on them, and they're slightly slogged out, and that's the reason why, because the incorrect screwdriver has been used. I'm anal when it comes to that. I don't like to have the screws screwed up. It's just one of those little bugbears that I have. Anyway, this is a posi drive as well. It's a smaller one. All right. That's number one. Yeah, it's a pet peeve. So I get machines in that have had all the posi drive screws are slogged out on them. So it makes it hard to undo the screw, if not sometimes impossible. You have to actually cut the head off the screw. You don't often have to go that far, but you see it from time to time. Just put that one back in because I don't think we need to take that out. Yeah, it's just one of my pet peeves. Just want to remove the lid here and have a wee look at the capstan here. Oh yeah, yeah. Actually doesn't look too bad. This here drives the tape band, and that basically is the capstan drive, this rubber ring just here, and that looks pretty good. I've got the focus right down in this area here because I normally have the screen up here in the shot, and of course the camera doesn't focus properly on the screen, so I have the focus point way down here somewhere, so that's why I'm holding stuff way down there so it focuses properly. Yeah, looks okay. Apparently you can run these without the lid on them, so I'm tempted to do that actually. And I know the drive's okay, although it's got these nasty big crosses on the front there. It's an okay drive as far as I know. I would say it's had a bit of use. Could probably clean those heads. There's a few marks on those heads there, so maybe I should just quickly give that a quick clean. The one I love is when I get a machine in, you know, the wife brings it in, or the user brings it in, and it comes in a box with screws and bits floating around in the bottom of the box, and she's like, oh, hubby had a bit of a go at it. He couldn't get it back together. Just wondering if you can sort it out for us. And so you've got all these screws that normally when you're servicing something, you know, like these two screws here, I know they come from here, right? And if I was thinking that I might forget, I'll just put the screws back in there like that, right? I know exactly where they come from. It's just normal sort of mechanical servicing practice. You do it if you're servicing a car or motorbike or anything, right? I know where the screws come from. You get this bloody box turn up with screws floating around the bottom of it. It's like, Where the hell did they, which one goes where? It's like a bloody nightmare to try and put back together properly and not have any left over, or not enough, you know, because they might have lost the screws or, oh, yeah, hubby had a go. Oh, yeah. Awesome. They're the jobs I detest. And then, or, you know, hubby had a go and all the screw heads are all fucked over and it's like, oh, Christ. Oh, g'day, Della. First time chatter, I see. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just having a bitch about screw heads. Here we have an old tape drive. And although it's got these, I don't do this right. I wouldn't do that because previous owners decided that this drive's not working. I would just, you know, put a little sticker down here maybe with faulty or a cross on it or whatever. But this here, I see a lot of stuff that I've got from this pickup of Amiga stuff, and there's Amigas with big black crosses over the front of them and bloody vivid. Yeah, another pet peeve. Oh yeah. Well, I had a tape break. So I spent a couple of days ago, late afternoon, I thought, oh, I'll do a stream on you know, a SCSI tape drive on the Amiga, and I'll do a restore, back up and restore, or see if I can catalogue a tape, you know, blah, blah, blah. It catalogued the tape, and I was, oh yeah, all set to go. And then just before the stream, I thought I'll catalogue the tape once more, and the bloody band broke. You know, it's one of those things. The rubber band, you'll know all about it if you've got these. Oh, here's another. This one's broken, I can see. This is not the one, but I can see this one's broken. I think it is. Is it? Yeah. Look at that. There's band in here. Lying down here. So that one's... I've watched some videos on restoring them, and you can get bands for them. Plastic bands apparently work quite well, but you pay $30 for a bunch of plastic bands with various sizes, and they come with the whole box for $30. You get 5 of the correct size bands to do these, so it's not a cheap exercise. Yeah, rum drive. This one looks like it might be okay. You can see the band, nice there. So the band goes around here, over here, around the this drive, back up here, around, and around here. And because there's no spool, you know, it's driven by the capstan. It's driven by this wheel here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll check that out, because all it is a, well, it's not rubber band as such. A rubber band wouldn't do it, because there's too much stretch. These other ones that you buy are called plasti bands. and they work. You know, they're proven to work. But say you buy a box of 100 or 200 plastic bands, and only 5 of them are the right size to fit this tape, and it costs you 30 bucks to get 5. So I could fix 5 tapes. I'm not really all that worried about getting a bloody old tape drive running. If I can, I will, type thing. Yeah. Alice stopped the music, didn't she? I've just realised. Oh, is the computer locked? Did Alice lock my computer up? I think Alice locked my computer. Did she walk over it? I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch exactly when that music stopped. It's like, Alice, did you walk on the Amiga? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Don't tell me something's shit itself. Hopefully everything's running again. So while we're looking, SCSI CD-ROM, working perfectly. Easy to install once you know how. Okay. Righto. Oh, I think let's hook up this tape drive, and just cross fingers. I've got the software installed, the backup and restore software. So hard disk is ID 2, and I think this one is set to ID 0, I think, this tape drive. So let's just switch that off there. And remove the ROM drive. So the ROM drive I've got set to ID 3, hard drive set to ID 2. I need this. This board here makes it a bit easier to connect things up. SCSI related. There. Right. Yep, haven't had any problem with the boot drive not being 0. It's not an A5. It's not an A. What is it? It's not an A2091. This is a Great Valley Plains A2008C plus 8 or something like that. I've had this running on here anyway. Pin 1. Where's pin 1? Oh yeah. So pin 1 is over here. Pin 1. Twister-Rooney. Pin 1. And power. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Gadget UK. He was using a 2091. Don't recall him mentioning that as being an issue. But yeah. Right. Tape drive action. See how we go. Yep, it's not happy. Oh, because I've got the bloody cable in the wrong way. I've got the cable the wrong way. Not quite sure. That's the worm gear. Something going on with the worm gear there. So I'm not holding out any hope for the bands lasting in these. Okay. Let me point you at the screen so you can see. the hell I'm doing. Look at that, you can see the you can kind of see the CRT there, can't you? Now it's all flickery. See, sometimes depending on the shutter speed. Hang on. I know it's not overly easy to see, sorry. So I've got Quarterdeck backup software here. If I just leave that out, if I go into the Quarterdeck software, okay, select volume to backup, so I don't want to back up any of these. Select a drawer to back up or restore. I thought I got further than this the other night. If I go restore, here we go, restore. Sorry, you can't really see that. Tape removable, right? And if I go test, it allows me to at least catalogue the tape. How long is the rubber band going to last for? That's the question. This is normal, by the way. Just back and forward like this. Okay, unable to read from tape drive. Click, hit OK. Cancel. I mean, that could just be that there's no information on the tape, there's no catalogue, there's no nothing. So we can go to utilities here. Let's have a look at the SCSI interrogator. It's finding the drive. Unit 0, looks fine. Tape options. Auto retention inserted tapes, rewind after backup or restore. Utilities, tape control. Let's do attention. Retention tape can take several minutes. Okay. attention. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Let's try a rewind. No, erase. Unable to erase tape. Oh, it's looking for the CD-ROM drive here. If I bought that. No wonder you can't read it. It's not responding. Let's try and just, I don't know, back up. Adam's Family. Enter. Or the music maybe. Back up. It's complete to the tape. Unit 0. Let's just verify data after write. Back up entire directory structure of volume. Okay. Where is it? It's not even backing up to the drive, is it? Does it have to buffer this or something? Backup in progress. It's 60 meg, right? And these tapes are only 40, aren't they? Are these tapes 40? So I might need 2 tapes. Oh no, they're only 250 meg. I probably bit off a bit more than I could chew there, did I? Wonder if I could have bought that. Let's do something quick, because I'm not even sure. Let's go. Tape drive, complete. Okay. Oh no, it's just doing all of games. Let's just do Adam's Family. Back up to tape. Okay. Start. And it's doing a compare. It's not even accessing that drive. I wonder if the hard drive light's on. full, constant. Backup finished. Did that, almost like it backed up to a file, isn't it? Abort. I'm just going to reboot, because I'm not convinced that drive is actually connected. You know, like it's not communicating properly. Let's try that again. There, you've got my serial number for a quarterback. Tape drive. Backup type complete. This is the Amiga DOS file if I wanted to back it up to a file. It seems to be working. 80%. And now it's going to compare. And able to read from tape drive. Maybe it is faulty, eh? Utilities, tape control, let's have a look. Rewind. See, now it doesn't want to play game. This is going to be a full erase if it can. This will give the old rubber band a workout. this will act as a retention as well, won't it? Which could be pretty handy. God knows how long it's been since these tapes have been used. Judging by some of the file dates and whatnot, these computers were in use right up until early 2000s. 2001, I would say, but could even be later. So the rewind wouldn't have worked because it was already rewound, eh? Yeah, it's holding out. First time I've used it. I'm just waiting for it to break though, eh? I've got a few of these, Broadband. Good to see you, by the way. This, I've got that one looks alright. I've got another one looks okay. I've got another one that's got a definite broken band. Two that definitely have broken bands. But the rest of these tapes look okay. So I'm really just pissing around, eh? Capstan looks okay. Yeah, that's the plasti bands, eh? And if you watch those videos, I watched all of them the other day while I was working. The plasti bands, they come in like a box of 100 or 200, and there's only 4 or 5 of the right size in that box to suit these drives. So for 30, or I think it's close to like $40 landed, you effectively get a big box of plastic bands, but only 5 of the right size, which, you know, if you're desperate to recover some of these drives, fair enough, but for these cartridges, but I'm not that desperate. These are just a curiosity for me at the moment. So there's nothing in particular I want to, yeah, exactly, find some other use for them, eh? Roll them into a big ball and, yeah, perfect cat toy, right? Okay, so it's rewinding there now. Yeah, poor old Carcinomia, just reading your comment there, Neo. That's the thing with these old computers, eh? You just don't know when the hell something's gonna break. Let's try that back up again of Adam's Family folder to tape. Complete. Compression none. Verify data after write. Warn if destination is an Amiga DOS volume. Backup entire directory structure of the volume. %. backup finished. Unable to read from tape drive. Okay. Completed 98%. So it's completed. I'm curious if I go into games here and if I just rename Adam's Family, right? To Adam's Family Old, and then try and restore, I'm potentially only going to get 98%, right? Because it's, so restore, tape, click OK, unable to read from tape drive. So I suspect somehow maybe it's sort of, I don't know, lost connectivity. I don't know. What if I close quarterback and go back in? Can't open Unit 3. That's the SCSI CD-ROM drive. You can't quite read that there, I don't think, but restore. Let's try that again. Restore, click OK, rewinding tape. Unable to read catalog. Tempted to reboot and just try that restore. There's potential for a termination issue here too, by the way. This device is in the middle of the chain. I'm wondering if maybe it's terminated and it shouldn't be. See, now it's attempting to read the catalogue, right? After a reboot. This tape does not contain a valid quarterback backup. I have successfully catalogued the tape with this drive, by the way. Yeah, see how after accessing it, it kind of loses, connectivity as such. Let me just double check the termination. Yeah, it does have termination resistors. Normally they have a jumper that enables or disables those. And I suspect this might be the case with this one. Just going to turn my light on here. Yeah, what have we got? Doesn't look like anything to do with termination there, does it? We've got drive select 012. Parity is on. Jumper is on for parity. Then we've got in and out. And then we've got a self test, is that bottom left pin, and a test com out is the top left pin. And test com in is the second to top. And then that whole row at the bottom's ground, except for the bottom left, which is the self test. So I'm wondering if what I do is I put this on the end of the, or do I just physically remove these? Do I physically remove these terminators? Yeah, thanks, broadband, yeah. Okay, let's do that. Just back in a sec. Come on. Oh, crikey. Do I need to remember which way they go? They're all the same, aren't they? Just I think, aren't they all the same resistance value, so it shouldn't matter. Oh, okay, righto. Dope. Okay. Just ignore that CDFS, that's the system looking for the SCSI CD-ROM. Let's do that back up again, eh? Let's do Adam's Family Old, alright? Because I renamed it. Complete. Okay. Gets to 98%. And then see, it only got to 21916,877, not 933,433. Tape does not contain a valid. Yep. But it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't like the compare. And that might, you know, that might explain this, right? Someone's done this on the front of the drive to say it's not a happy camper. Yeah, potentially the drive's foobarred. Okay, but if I do try and do a restore, Alice is spazzing out. She's running around like a mad thing. If I try and do a restore just for shits and giggles, right? If I do a test restore, it should catalogue the tape. At least. Yeah, see, it's doing the same thing where now it can't even erase the tape. But if I did a reboot, actually I wonder if I reboot and then try again to catalog the tape. Who knows? That noise is weird. Could be bad media too, could it? Yeah. It could be worn out, you know, could be bad media, couldn't it? Could be a bad drive. All of the above. Yeah. Let's try a different media. It's unlikely, right? But who knows? That one sounds different. Tensioning worked that time. How long's the rubber band going to last on that one, eh? Yeah. Data archaeology. Oh, the rubber band's holding out. I should check out these resistor packs, didn't I, as to what the configuration is on them. Oh yeah. Dot. Let's get some light. Try not to drop it. There is some labelling there. I wonder if I can just review the footage. Maybe. Okay, 91 ohms. Hundred and 46, 80, 135. These are all different. 146. Quick erase. Enable to erase tape. It's weird, isn't it? It's almost like it loses connectivity. If I try that again, restore, tape removables, test, okay. Alright, it is. Oh, could you see the dot? Oh yeah. Yes. I can as well. Yep, I see the dot. So the dot will be the common, yeah? So if I put 191, 165, 165, 165, 165, 165, 165, except the end one is 91. Yeah, 165, all pins except the very end. Not 100% convinced it's a termination issue. So when it fails and you click OK, it doesn't quit out, it tries again. Yeah. Cancel is the answer. I've got another drive, but I suspect it's toast. It's an older style. Well, it's an older drive by the look of it. There could just be a capstan issue on that one. I don't know. I haven't looked closely at it. I might have another go at a backup just to see. You know. I wonder what it will do if I choose not to. So if I go Adams Family, selected, backup, to tape, complete. Tape drive is not ready. Please stand by. It gets up to 7 files. But the bytes don't match. I wonder if I just try going out to work, I don't know, Adams, for example, backup option. I go backup, more. If I choose not to verify, for instance, you know, which would be nasty, you wouldn't do it. But this is going to back up to an Amiga DOS file on the work drive called Adams. Start. Okay, that's perfectly fine. There it is there. Quarterback file, Adams. Okay. So we can back up again. here, unit 0, I'm not verifying. Oh, cancel. Atoms, back up. I'm not verifying. I'm going to the tape complete. Start. Four files. See, it only ever gets to 98% complete. Backup finished, it says. If I go restore from tape, if I go, I'll need to go in here and rename, right? Rename old. Click OK. The funny thing is it actually catalogued a tape. Okay, well, it's almost pointing to the drive, potentially. That was two separate media. The bands are still intact and still happy, you know. It's still doing its thing, but it's, what if I go, what, selective? Selective. This is going to back up Adam's Family old. Now tag all desired files to be backed up. Okay, they're all there, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Proceed. It only ever gets to 916, doesn't it? If I go, I don't know, let's try another world. Back up. Complete. I don't know. You know, could there be an issue on the bloody hard disk or something? So we've got 19 files, right? 1.45 meg. Yeah. And look at that. 1440 as opposed to 1452. Oh, it's not compressing, is it? That was another world. That one there. Just quickly rename that. Old. And restore. We're going to have the same issue, right? Restore. Right. Doesn't contain, yeah, okay. Well, the way I see it is more than likely the big crosses on the front of the drive, true to label, and it is a faulty drive. 2 is I've got some sort of cabling / termination issue. 3 is I've got faulty media. 4 is, I don't know, backup software / hardware doesn't like, they don't like each other or something weird. I don't know, but yeah, interesting little exercise. But ultimately, yeah. The funny thing is, though, broadband, I've had some gear from this. This all came from the same person, and they've labelled things as faulty when they're not, or they're extremely easy fixes. So I sort of take faulty labelling as with a grain of salt. But this could well be, an issue. The other drive, where is that? I don't have it on hand. It's an old school looking thing, and I tested it the other night quickly, and I don't think it was working. Yeah. Just trying to think where the hell it is. Is it easily? No, it's not on here. I might revisit that. Yeah. Yeah, don't know what. I'm not sure what the 2x is. What the hell they mean? I think that's just like. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. The previous owner what their thought patterns are, but probably like tried again, and it's failing over and over. I don't know. So they put 2 big crosses on it. But I suspect the other unit has a capstan issue. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Yeah. Could be restoring some porn. These look like bloody brand new. I know you can't you can't really judge it, but and the band's held out right. A couple of rewinds and a retention, and it's promising. But yeah, I might pull the lid on the other tape drive at some stage when I track it down. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I can do. I mean, I gave the heads a quick clean. Clean the head regularly. The head's actually got a little bit of wear on it. It's probably going to be a bit hard to get, but it looks a bit suspicious. Can you see those marks? See the marks there on that head? looks a bit suspicious, doesn't it? Kind of on this little bar here, although I don't know if that's the read. This is probably the erase here, is it? And this will be the read write head down here, I'm assuming. Actually, I'm just going to run my nail. I know this, may need a clean after I do this, but I'm just seeing if it's something that I can get off or whether it's no. It's a little bit of sort of residue. Almost. I can feel it with my nail. There's a couple of gouges. Oh yeah. Yeah, the head looks a bit sort of, it's a few sort of marks on that head, although I'm sort of wondering if that's normal. I'm not sure if you can see that. See that? Looks like gouges, but it's not. I'm just running my nail across them. That one I can feel slightly, just very, very slightly, maybe a little bit of wear. So maybe the drives had a bit of a hammering. I don't know. The capstan looks okay, right? That looks pretty good. But yeah, not sure about that head. It's definitely going to need another clean now after me poking at it. It's pretty clean. This is a different disc, different tape. So, for all I know, it might read the catalogue. No. Okay. Could be a blank disc, blank tape too. Interesting, it says number of errors 0, but it never gets up to the 100% completed. It's bizarre, isn't it? Even if I have, verify turned on. Or is that just verify on the restore? What was it? Tape options, backup options. Yeah, verified data after write. See, even if I have that turned off, or no matter if I have it off or on, it still fails. $616. This one. One file at 616 bytes. Now it's checking. It did actually back that whole file up. Please load tape 2 from this backup set into the tape drive. Okay. Unable to. I wonder if this tape was part of a two-set backup. Well, that's a bit like watching paint dry, isn't it? It's got itself stuck in a loop somehow here. Well, on that note, I think I might call it, guys. Thanks for coming along. I might put a bit more work into that other tape drive, maybe. Yeah, see if I can get that one going, maybe. Yeah, thanks guys, no worries. Hasn't been overly exciting, but I mean, you know, that's what this is all about, eh? Retro computing sometimes. Yeah, I'll go through and you know, I've got a bit more content coming up for as far as more Amiga stuff in the wings, you know, as you saw with the hardware bits and pieces. And yeah, I'll keep in touch anyway. Catch us on the Discord and whatnot. So yeah, not sure I'll stream tomorrow night. See how I go. If I have any more interesting content, I'll might catch you tomorrow. Yeah. See how we go. I'll probably just try that other drive. Maybe I'll check out the capstan, whatnot. But yeah, maybe see you tomorrow night. If not, in the weekend. Cheers, guys. Catch you later. Bye bye.